Welcome to Punchline Talks Apprentices. My name is Mark and today my special guest is Max Smurthwaite. He's 22. He's a trainee solicitor at Davies and Partners. Welcome, Max, to Punchline Talks.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks very much. Okay. So you're a trainee solicitor. Can I ask you, please, a little bit about Davies and Partners? And then we'll jump right into it about your role there.
Yeah, so Davies and Partners Solicitors is a firm in Gloucester. They also have other branches in London, Bristol, and Birmingham. I think they have a satellite office in Devon as well. It's a firm that is very close to my heart. I've started from the beginning, doing some work experience. I think that was back when I was at school. I then progressed as a junior paralegal and got a role in the commercial property department, working closely with Kirsten Compton. I then was able to progress into the trainee role after I finished my degree alongside the part-time role as a paralegal. And then following that, I've now started a role as a trainee solicitor, and that's where I'm currently at.
Okay. What school did you go to, please, mate? And what qualifications did you get?
So I went to the Crip School in Gloucester. I got my GCSEs in 2018 and then the A-levels in 2020. It's a mixed bag of results, really. With the A-level results, I didn't actually sit them because of the COVID implications. So we kind of got told, I think it was like January, February time, just after our mock results, to go home, and that was it, really. So we got our results in the post in August. And it wasn't what I was expecting, just because of the COVID implications. But it's like B's, that sort of area. But yeah, it was a mixed bag, really. But with COVID, there was nothing we could really do, so it's a bit of a bit of a sore subject, really.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Did you always want to be a solicitor? Is it something that was on this sort of agenda, or to help people, or what was it that drew you to the job?
So I think it was just fostering the skills I built at school. So I always liked English and history, that sort of comprehension skill. And then there was a few sort of experiences that I was able to take on whilst I was at the Crip School. So they had like talks with different law firms and different events. So they had like a workshop where they had a mock trial, and there was a whole different types of looking in and getting an insight into the different areas of law, which is very important because there's a wide spectrum. And just from within our firm, we covered a lot of different areas. But I think that experience that I had looking at the workshops really helped me foster and kind of build up that experience. And then I kind of knew that it would be a good fit for me, really.
And what do you really like about the job?
It's working with people a lot, liaising with just not only colleagues, but also clients, because you need to be very client facing. You need to be very flexible, dealing with different clients at different times. That's probably the biggest part of it. I also like the documents works, analyzing documents and sort of picking them apart, and going through that process. But yeah, mostly the people aspect of the job.
The other thing is, I'm assuming that you haven't come out of, because you went down this sort of university, not the university, but the apprenticeship level. You've not got the same level of debt that others are going to have.
Yeah, that's it. As an apprenticeship, it really does help with your employer, obviously helping with the fees, uni fees. So you're not stuck with that big lump sum at the end that you need to keep repaying off. So it is a really good help. And obviously you're earning on top of that. But to be honest with you, the biggest benefit of the apprenticeship scheme is not just the obviously the financial impact. Is the experience you gain, because the SQE exam, which you have to sit to qualify as an solicitor now, is a very hard sort of curriculum and a very hard exam to pass. So the experience that you build up as an apprentice in the firm is second to none. It really helps when you come to sort of the practical elements of that exam and helping you pass and get to that sort of stage. So that's probably the biggest benefit of being an apprentice, to be honest with you.
Okay, and where do you see your career then? Obviously, a company like Davies and Partners, you can grow with the company. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's my intention. I've been, like I said, I've been with the firm for a few years now, starting as a paralegal and then working myself up. So I've got a really good relationship with not only the directors but all the other colleagues in the firm. So I hope to kind of keep building on that, and then obviously I have to specialize in one sort of area at some point. But obviously, I'm only in my first year of my training contract, so I've still got a whole nother year, a couple other areas to visit, and then I can make my decision in which area I kind of want to focus on. But yeah, definitely, I see myself with the company for a long time.
Okay, and last question. Can I ask you how much you earn?
So it's competitive. Every different firm is very competitive with different prices. Obviously, it is an apprenticeship, so you're likely to be on the apprenticeship sort of wage, just to give you an idea. But it is very competitive, and a lot of firms are very similar. There's not much discrepancy with this sort of role.
Okay, and so you're earning as you're learning. Very last question. What are you doing with your dosh, Max?
Um, well,
What are you
I'm
saving
probably not the
for?
best at saving, of course, but I do have quite a few hobbies. So golf and stuff. They drain on the pocket. So I'm not the best person to ask about that.
Hey, Max, really great to see you today. Thanks ever so much for joining Punchline Talks Apprenticeships, and all the very best for the future as well.
Cheers. Thank you, Mike. Take care.